My name is Valentin Mejillones Acarapi in Spanish. In Aymara, Sikititi, Waranqa, we are at 3,890 meters above sea level, here in Tiwanaco, Corpa community. First, our vision. For the men and women of the Aymara culture, Mother Nature, or the earth, is considered as a living being, a mother who holds us in her lap, a mother who suffers, a mother who cries, a mother who feels pain, and a mother who rejoices, also a mother who celebrates with the flowing waters of the sacred lake of Titicaca.
Con el fluir del agua del lago Titicaca sagrado, ríos, lagunas y
Rivers,
vertientes,
lagoons, and springs. A mother who
que se
gets tired,
cansa y se
exhausted from the
agota
day
del
and night's
trabajo del
work
día y
and
noche
requires a
y
rest.
requiere
Our Mother
un
Nature.
descanso, nuestra madre naturaleza. Nuestros ancestros analizaron y
Our
consideraron que la
ancestors
madre
analyzed and
naturaleza
considered that Mother Nature
tiene
has her
elementos
own
propios
elements,
como
such as
fuego,
fire,
aire,
air, water,
el
and
agua,
earth,
y que
and that
cada uno
each
de
of
estos
these elements
elementos
has its own
tienen
sphere of
su
life.
propia esfera de vida, que es decir, el desarrollo se desarrolla por su propia vida. La tierra y el sol conforman una
The earth
dualidad
and the sun form an inseparable
inseparable.
duality.
De esa unión
From this
surge
union
la
comes
vida
life.
gracias a
Due
esa
to this encounter,
co-creación
we can
que
harvest
se puede
the fruits of
recoger
the earth.
el fruto de la tierra, que se puede sembrar y se puede
You can
cosechar
sow, you
con
can
los
harvest. With the fathers
padres
of
de la
life,
vida,
whom
a
you
lo que
must
se
love,
debe amar
with deep
con
respect
profundo
and
respeto y
veneration.
veneración.
From this first
A
duality,
esta
other
primera
dualities are born,
dualidad
such
nacen otras
as
dualidades
fire,
como
water,
fuego,
cold,
agua,
heat,
frío,
night and
calor,
day, sweet and
noche y
salty,
día,
male and female,
dulce y
man and
salado,
woman.
macho y hembra, y hombre y mujer. Estos opuestos, de acuerdo a la armonía o conflictos
These
entre ellos,
opposites, according to the
determinan
harmony or
los
conflict
periodos,
between them, determine the periods of
lo
time,
positivo o lo
the
negativo,
positive or
el
negative,
cambio
the
de
change of
etapas
cultural stage.
culturales.
These dualities cannot be
Estas
separate.
dualidades
If one of them
no pueden
disappear or is
separarse.
missing, life will no longer
Al
take place.
desaparecer o faltar uno de ellas, la vida dejaría de producirse. En la constante relación armónica
In the constant harmonious
o del
relationship or conflict
conflicto
between them,
entre ellos,
duality will
la que
manifest
generará la
itself
vida.
in all the
Por lo
activities
tanto,
of
la
man and
dualidad
woman.
se manifestará en todas las actividades del hombre, de la mujer, de los antes. En lo espiritual y en lo propio de su historia
In the
y en el
spiritual and historical
desarrollo de la
development of the
ciencia,
essence of its
de su
technology, and
tecnología
of
y por
course, it will
supuesto
also
se
manifest
manifestará
itself in its
también
architecture
en su
and in its daily
arquitectónica y
planning.
planificación que hacer diariamente. Esto sería,
This
hermanos,
will be, brothers and
la,
sisters, the
la
vision of the
visión
Aymara
de
culture.
la cultura aymara. Nuestra misión con la madre
Our mission with
naturaleza,
Mother Nature.
tenemos nuestra
We have
propia
our own
filosofía,
philosophy in
acuerdo a
accordance with
nuestra
our
chacana,
chakana, the dialectic
la
law,
ley
the
dialéctica,
law of collectivism,
la
and the
ley
cosmic
colectivismo,
order.
el orden cósmico. El hombre o la mujer con el desarrollo de la
Man and
cultura
woman with the
coreana
development of the
es la
Korean
máxima
culture is the
expresión
maximum
de
expression
la
of the evolution
evolución
of living
de las
species.
especies
It is the
vivas.
most advanced
Es la
work and
obra y
art
el
of
arte
nature,
más avanzada de
complemented
la
by its own
naturaleza
laws,
en
with the highest
complemento de sus
objective.
propios leyes, objetivos más elevados. El hombre debe su
Man
existencia
owes
y
his existence
condición
and
a
condition
la
to
madre
Mother Nature,
naturaleza,
who at the same
quien
time
al mismo
is a
tiempo
reflection of
da
herself
un
in this
reflejo
mutual
de ella misma
coexistence.
en esta convivencia recíproca. El hombre
The grateful
agradecido
man
vuelve
turned his
sus
eyes to the
ojos
protective
a la
mother
madre
in the
protectora.
attitude of veneration and
En la
reverence,
actitud de
personifying and
veneración
differentiating
y
the
reverencia,
beneficial force in each of these
personificando
elements.
y diferenciando las fuerzas benéficas en cada uno de esos elementos. Todo el cosmos, esas leyes
The whole
influyen
cosmos and
su
its laws
vida
influence your
y
life
razón
and the
de su
reason of existence.
existencia.
The cosmos
El
and nature
cosmos
are
y la
living beings,
naturaleza
and we
son
humans are one big
seres
family
vivos.
and community.
Y los humanos somos una gran familia colectiva y comunitaria. Porque todos somos uno y ese todo somos
Because
uno.
we are all
Nuestra
one,
misión
and that
es
all is
las
one.
7 palabras. Nuestra misión es
Our mission is the seven
amar,
words. Our mission
respetar,
is to love, respect,
proteger,
protect,
venerar,
venerate, nurture,
propiciar
share with
y
reverence
compartir
for our Mother
con
Nature.
reverencia a nuestra madre naturaleza. Las leyes,
The laws.
las leyes del principio
The laws of the
de la
beginning of the
ley
law of
del
the region
origen
of our
de
culture.
nuestra
In
cultura.
Aymara, it is called
En
Shiktanya.
Aymara se dice
It is the first spiritual
Sikitaya,
field,
es el campo
and it is
espiritual lo
translated
primero.
as mystic consciousness.
Y se traduce conciencia mística. Chikamuyo se traduce que es educación y se
We also
traduce
talk about the
percepción
perception of
de la
cosmic
vida
life,
cósmica.
sustainable economy,
Apa ampar se traduce económica y la vivencia
and the dynamic
dinámica de la
experience of
existencia.
existence. We also have the political part,
Polkechoimai
which is the
es
complement
la
of the
parte
absolute.
política que se traduce complemento de lo absoluto. Estas 4
These four
principios
principles
de la
of
ley
cosmic telluric
telúrica
laws are
cósmica
practiced to be
se
a cosmic
practica
man
para
or
ser
a
un
woman.
hombre o mujer cósmico en nuestros años, que hoy es comunidad. Nuestra marca es
Our
el
brand is the
pueblo,
people,
nuestro
our
orgullo
pride is
es
our
nuestro
culture,
país.
and
Y
why
por
not
qué
to
no
say,
decir
the America
todo
that today is the Abya
la
Yala.
América que hoy es el Avia Ayala. Ahora también podemos
Now
decir
we can
la
also talk about the
profecía.
prophecies.
Uno de estos
One
días,
of these days,
el 2
on
de
the 2nd
mayo,
of May, I was on the holy
estuve
mountain,
en la montaña sagrada que se
which
llama
is called
Hashak
Hashak
Kausaya,
Kausaya,
un lugar
a place of astronomical control
astronómico
at an altitude of
donde mide
4,827
4.827
meters above the
metros
sea level.
sobre el nivel del mar, en donde he podido observar
where I was able to observe and read the stars, what we call the Southern Cross. This is not a theory, but a practice that I have lived that night reading the stars, sharing with the cosmic and telluric nature. The prophecy of that night for Bolivia. The Southern Cross entered at 12:30 at night. The first stars entered in Kimshashata. Today, I have discovered that there are 4 flat ones, because the mountain has 4 spheres, 4 points. The first part means in the highlands where I am, where I live, in Tiwanaku of the Bolivian territory. The first sowing will be effective for all the inhabitants of the Bolivian territory, and more crops will produce beans, veg, grains. This will be produced in the highland of the mountain. And in the lowlands, there will be little production because there will be frosts and also thunder and small hurricanes. This was indicated to me by the stars that night. It is called the laws of nature. Now, the prophecies for the world. The world will experience thunder and lightning, starvations like in Africa. It might get worse. Diseases like the ones we have survived, such as the coronavirus. And in some places, the heat might get worse and become overwhelming. Also, the war in Ukraine will continue and will not end soon. These conflicts of Ukraine with President Putin are going to be prolonged. Also, cataclysms in the Atlantic and Pacific Sea. We have to meditate a lot, be very careful, have our meditation experience with nature. There could be earthquakes, hurricanes, and fires that are happening right now in New Mexico and the United States. From here, we pray for these fires to be put out right now. And I would also like to ask that the war in Ukraine no longer exists. I want to ask from this important and sacred place peace, harmony, respect, balance, dignity, and justice for all living beings on this planet Earth. Thank you very much. This is a beginning that has no end. We are going to proceed with all our research to continue giving this kind of discussion. with all my brothers and sisters from different countries and continents. Thank you very much. If you have any question, I am ready to answer.
Muchas gracias.